You got a black man, his death has been labeled a suicide when everything shows you it's not. It's kicked to the side because, you know, who the suspect is and who her family is. So I got a kinfolk, he's still locked up right now with 130 years. The same sentence that I used to have. And he's innocent. I've been a hustler before I knew what a hustler was. You know what I mean? In elementary school, I'm selling candy bars. I'm going to the store getting now letters and Starburst, breaking the pack down before I knew what breaking the pack down was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Selling pieces, coming back for more money. Junior high school, I kind of began to elevate my hustle mentality, and my first distractions of the streets. A certain guy I knew sold drugs. He came to school fly. I came to him with a proposition. I took my candy money. You know what I mean? I said, hey, look, man, I give you 200. You know what I mean? You go do what you do, and we split the profit. He was like, cool. So he went and did what he did, and I began to trickle down the path of like more negativity with my hustle mindset. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That mindset led to me getting active in that world at a young age. I didn't have a long career at a young age, but I got activated at a young age in that field. But the lifestyle I was living, you know, I'm playing sports.
Right.
You know, I'm a good kid, basically. I'm not in the streets, so it didn't really fit me. I wasn't going to nobody's hood to post up or nothing like that. So I switched my hustle to marijuana.
How does this progress?
So my mind frame is morphing, right? Manifestation is real. I'm thinking about, you know, so-and-so that pushed to work and got the nice whip. I'm thinking about so-and-so that done did so-and-so in the streets and people look at him a certain way. This is what's revolving around my mindset. So I start to become that. As I start getting in the field, you know, getting my money or whatnot, I got to protect my money. You know what I mean? So I got to have something to protect my money.
Right.
I just began, man, to slowly morph into somebody that's not me.
Right.
I don't glorify that lifestyle. And it's crazy because the lifestyle is so glorified that I feel like subconsciously it does cause me to move and say and be a certain way for the perception. But we shouldn't applaud it. But because the masses applaud it, it's like it still hit your core some kind of way, right? I gotta move with this thing now. Guys can't think it's sweet.
Right.
I might not even use it. Who knows? But you need to know that I got it.
Right. Everybody else has one.
And you need to think that I will use it.
Right.
So I'm being a certain character. My clay is being molded. But the figure that I'm creating, the image I'm creating, ain't what my destiny is all about. You feel me? But at the time, that's what it is. So boom, I catch a gun case. I go to the feds. You know,
how do you catch a gun case? How does that happen? You
so
get pulled over? What, you know?
Okay, so bam. And it's crazy because this certain side of town that I had my biggest collision with, at the time I catch my gun case, that's who I'm with. But everything was good at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had already did some activities later in the day that I didn't know about.
It's like a robbery, or they had an issue with somebody else?
They got opposition in the streets, you know, different rival neighborhoods from certain situations, and it'd be on site.
There's some beef,
it was a sport.
Beef with.
It was a sport. That's the other team. Let me take a shot, see if I score. That's what it was, for real. But they was having their sport later in the daytime, and I'm not knowing they've been hooping earlier, and they come pick me up, and it's just natural to ride with the thing.
Right.
Right? So I hop in the car, you know, with the thing. We riding by a popular gas station, Amico, 3rd and Ames. You know, it was like the Strip back in the day. And I heard somebody say, like, the police, something about the police. So we turn into the lot. Park at a gas pump, everybody get out. I got my fire on me.
Right.
The police ain't made it into the lot yet. So it's a Glock, man. Oh my God, it was so pretty. I was so in love with this gun that when I go in the store, I knew the dude that worked there. When I go in the store, I don't even say like, okay, put it behind the chips or whatever and just be cool. I'm like, look, they didn't see me get out the car. I'm cool. I'm keeping my thing on me. And when they move around, then I'll move around. I'm in the store. The cop come inside the store. He say, hey, you, number 5. I had on the FUBU jersey.
Right.
This how long ago it was. He said, step outside real quick. So I step outside and, you know, they looking at the car. I'm like, I wasn't in that car. I had called my kinfolk. Like, hey, pull up. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is what's going on. So when they pulled me out the store, by that time she had pulled up. I'm like, I'm not in that car. I said, this is my ride over here, right? But they still kind of keep me to the sidewalk and they looking into the car. I got out the car so fast, I had a blunt in the door handle, or the passenger door handle, to where I didn't take it with me when I went in the store.
Right.
So when they doing this with the flashlight, they see the blunt.
Yeah.
That's probable cause to search who they believe was in his vehicle. So they start patting down the guy, you know, to the left of me, and the guy that was in between us. And when they was doing that the whole time, I was getting already ready to, you know what I mean? I took flight, bam.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I take flight, bam. My cousin, I see her eyes from my side view. She's like, oh my God. So they behind me, right? And while they behind me the whole time, I'm reaching because I know I got to get this thing off me.
Get rid of it, yeah.
I got to get it off me, but I ain't going to expose it, but I'm getting it ready. So as soon as I hit a blind spot, I can do what I got to do. I done ran across the street behind a store, across another street behind a bank, and I just can't get that pathway to, you know, do my thing. So at the last minute, I turned the corner behind the bank, and I throw it. I don't know if they see me, if they didn't see me, you know what I mean? But I throw it, boom. It's like a bush, but it's a concrete bush. It's a bush on top of concrete, you know, by the side of a store. And I throw it, I cross another street by Burger King, and they just tackle me, you know. They tackle the shit out of me. And I'm thinking I'm cool. They did a scan of the perimeter, found a gun, defaced firearm, and I did fair time for that. 46 months in the feds.
Because you're a felon.
Yeah.
Because you're a felon in possession of firearms.
Exactly.
Right. 46 months.
Yeah. So listen, this is where it gets serious at. When I do my fair time, my younger brother gets caught up in a sticky situation, one that I'm not going to speak on at all. I'm not going to speak on it, not to deny the viewers of this core substance, but I've been home 4 years now, right? I came home with a book series, doing podcasts, pumping my story. And throughout pumping my story, without it being my intent, I have harmed so many people. Because through sharing my story, I'm sharing events that people have grieved through.
Okay.
Right? But I have been part of these events. So I'm sharing my experiences, but me sharing my experiences is grieving you again, right? And I come to the point to where I value relationships more than advertisement.
Right.
Right? So I'm gonna move forward with my story respectful enough, like respect to the max, enough to where me sharing it don't cause you tears or emotional, whatever.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I ain't gonna share the details of that. But he got a situation to where, hey, he's kind of like a target.
Right.
We know a certain, area guys want to get action, with him. When I'm gone doing my time, he's gone doing his time. We come home approximately the same time I came home 2 months before he did. So when he come home, let me not go too far. This story is about bro.
Right.
So let me dive a little deeper into bro. Bro is, man, stand-up dude, genuine dude, funny dude. You know what I mean? How you cracking up. But at the same time, he don't need no messing with. You know that, hey, this ain't the dude to try like that. Music, he's a beast. He's the reason that I even like experimented with music. I seen that as bro's outlet to being his best self one day. So stepping into the lane for him, I end up picking up a craft of my own. But, initially it was more so like so I can push this music and broke and shine in his own light.
Do you use Bitcoin? I think one of the biggest mistakes people make with Bitcoin is feeling like they have to sit there watching the price all day, trying to figure out the perfect time to buy. For me, I'd rather keep things simple. And that's where Cashapp makes a lot of sense. If Bitcoin is part of your long-term strategy, consistency matters. Cashapp lets you set up automatic Bitcoin purchases with auto invest, so you can build exposure over time instead of trying to time every move. You can also use roundups or paid in Bitcoin to make Bitcoin part of your normal money flow. Automatic Bitcoin purchases on Cashapp have zero fees and zero spread, which matter if you're buying regularly. For a limited time, new customers can get $10 added to their balance. Just use code Bitcoin10 when you sign up. And don't forget this part. Send at least $5 to a friend in the first 2 weeks. Terms apply. Bitcoin services by Block Inc. See the Bitcoin disclosures at cashapp.com/legal/podcast.
But like I said, he come home, activities is going on. So it's like we moving, chasing this dream with one foot, but the other foot is like still being tugged into the streets. We don't want it to be there, but it's like we got to be ready to plant our foot because we know that it is there, right? Me and bro, we end up putting out our first CD together. DB and Rah Rah, Talk of the Streets. I mean, this was a huge accomplishment. When I tell you huge accomplishment, it's like we was them guys, man. I remember when I went and picked up the CDs, it was, boxes of them when I got back to the crib, called Bro Outside. We sliced them things open, man. And just seeing ourselves, on the cases of these CDs, it's like, man, we the best product out here, right? So we in the streets all day, celebrating, selling our CDs prematurely.
So what do you mean prematurely?
Because the release date for the CDs, it wasn't that. We just received them in the mail.
Right.
But we had already advertised the release date, I believe was July 7th, 2007, 777. But we have received them on June 28th, right?
Yeah.
So we still got some time to actually release them, but we got them. So we just in the streets and doing our thing, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this day. This is like how it's something up there, man, that really be like pulling the strings for what go on down here. We don't know what's going to happen the next day. But this day, we get the CDs early. We in traffic. As soon as we get in traffic, my bro, DB, he see like his high school sweetheart. Like at that time, if there's the most important woman in his life, even though they weren't together, it was a certain woman, right? And we seen her randomly, right? Try to get her to buy the CD, and she said she didn't have no money, right? Whatever. But we seen her though. We pull off from her. We see moms. Me and bro, same mom. It was special, I say, because we was moving and grooving in the streets so much to where it's like we would see her separately. She might stop by the house. One of us is there or whatever, or we might stop by her house, but we're not together. But we did see her together, but it was more so planned. Like, hey, bro, let's go check her mom. Mm-hmm. This day was randomly, right? We driving down the street, we see moms. We flash the CDs on her or whatever. We pull over, she had a daycare. We pull over to her daycare. We give her the CDs, tell her to put them up. This one, listen to, this one put up for like a souvenir. And we tell her, bro did most of the, talking to her like, hey, we're going to make you rich. You know what I mean? Like, mom, you ain't got to worry about nothing, right?
Right.
Everything is good. Boom. We pull off from mom's. I don't remember which order, but we see my dad. Me and bro got different dads. We see my dad. He had a car wash. It was so funny. He had 2 girls washing his car. And he was kind of like trying to flex about it or whatnot. We see Pops. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. We sold Pops a CD. Pops bought a CD. After we see my Pops, we see his Pops. Mm-hmm. Like literally like 2 blocks apart. Car wash here, Daly's liquor store here. We sell his Pops a CD. You know what I mean? We get in traffic. The number one guy that his activities with.
Mhm.
We see him at the stoplight.
Yeah, sell him a CD.
Bro said, "Hey, nigga,
Or-
you want to buy one of these?" Me and Sauce in the car rolling. We pull off. Of course, you don't buy one. We pull off. Bam. Next day, I got a contract with this CD store. It's Homer's. It's like a regional. I think they're regional. They might be national. A CD store. You know, I got a contract with them for them to sell the music. I get up early in the morning, grab some products, some CDs to take to their store. So the street I live on, it's like a dead end, L-shaped intersection at the end. I pull off. I hit the L of the intersection. And as I'm pulling up to the actual intersection, I'm supposed to turn left so I can go drop off these CDs to this store. But I get a phone call from my sister. She calm, as I am too, because what she's about to say is some bullshit. She said, "Bro," she said, "get over to bro house." Talking about, old girl just called talking about he trying to hang himself. I said, "What?" Man, what? Is you bullshitting or what? No, that's what she just told me. Said, all right, I'm about to call her. Some bullshit. I know it's some bullshit. Before I could call the girl,
Who is the girl?
his supposed to be girlfriend
Okay.
at the time. My mom is calling me. My mom is crying. She's distraught. This ain't no calm energy. Said, "Well, get over to the house. Like, Tyrese. Like, what the fuck? Like, now, hold on. My emotions getting stirred. This shit's seeming too real." I hang up with her. I call the girl. "Hey, what's going on over there?" "Tyrese is trying to hang himself." My sister said trying. I don't know if I skipped that.
Yeah, no, you said true.
Okay, but now the girl was saying he's trying to hang himself. Like, this word, trying. What the fuck do you mean he's trying? It's not an emergency then. Bitch, I'm sorry. Go stop him.
Right.
Right? So she talking about he's trying. I hang up on her. I called her 911.
I was just thinking, why don't you call them the police?
Because this shit ain't real.
If
Hold on,
not,
listen.
not you, but if physically her, if she can't stop a grown man, then why aren't you calling the police?
Yes. And we're going to get into that.
Okay.
Right? So, bam, I hang up on her. I call 911. Get over to such and such address. You know, some emergency going on. Saying it don't even feel right, sound right. Like, this shit just ain't making sense. I'm with my guy at the time. My guy, JoJo, he was driving. I'm like, I'm smacking the dash. I'm like, nigga, drive. You know what I mean? He going, boom. We pull up to the house, same time the ambulance did. And it so pissed me off so much. We pull up, they getting out the thing all casual and like having side talk and what the fuck? It's an emergency here. I'd rush up on them. Like, hey, man, get in the house. Like, for real.
Right.
So, boom. I follow them in the house. When I get in the house, I see moms, man. Moms is like sliding down the wall. Like one of them scary movie kind of vibes, you know? Horrific type shit. She's sliding down the wall, like crying. In my mind, why is she doing that?
Right.
This shit ain't real. Nah, chill out. You know this can't happen to us. Bam. I start going down the stairs. I see bro. Bro laying there like he's asleep. I'm halfway down the stairs. He's like at the bottom of the stairs, off to the left a little bit. He laying there like he's asleep. It was peaceful. It didn't feel traumatic. It was like he gonna wake up.
Yeah.
But I see him as a couple of my guys that was around. My sister, they was closer. They got there before me. And, you know, everybody's in the same energy. Like, man, like, it ain't a good vibe. But the girl, this supposed to be your boyfriend. You ain't up close, grieving, on the ground, crying. She's in the cut. Like this, covered, like more so watching people. I don't see the emotion in her face, right? But so much is going on to where that ain't my focal point. My focal point is bro. They get a post on bro. First, he didn't have a post. They get a post on bro. Me and my guy Sauce would go outside. We in the driveway. And Sauce like, hey, we got to start kicking it with DB more, man, when he come out the hospital. I said, nigga, we fucking DB up when he get out the hospital. And I ain't gonna say it like too aggressively because bro had them hands. And for real, he was a little brother, but he was bigger than me. We ain't never had no kind of clash like that. But hey, if I was victorious, if he was not my brother, it wouldn't be an easy time. Bro, it's like that. You know what I mean? So I ain't saying it like we was gonna fuck bro up like that.
Right.
But because of what's going on, what I done heard, nigga, you gotta whoop me then. Cause I'm about to see about you. You did this? That's the only reality I had to tap into at the time was he tried to do this to himself. So we get to the hospital. They got him on the machine and all of that. We are like taking turns to go to the back to see him, you know, because it's a lot of us and, you know, whatever. So at this time, my sister is back there seeing him. My sister come from the back and tell me, like, hey, come here. You got to see this. I'm like, what? She like, come here. She got the serious vibe about her. We go back there. She pulled the sheets off of him. His knees scarred up. Please remind me to send you the pictures. This ain't just talk.
Okay.
His knees scarred up. His shins, one of his shins is scraped. To me, I say, man, like he been dragged down the stairs. That's the first thought to come to me. You know what I mean? He was found in the basement too. His hands, like blood splatter on the backside of his fingers and on his, you know, fingernails and up under his nails. Bro was getting down with somebody.
Right.
This ain't no goddamn me. I already knew that though. I just needed to hear it. I needed to see the outlet for something else so that I can really grasp onto it. So bam. I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit. Some more clues. Not only the wounds he had on him, but it came to be that the woman who was there when he was allegedly hanging himself, when they asked her what occurred, like not take her in for questioning, for interrogation, but he was at the house, like, just tell us what occurred.
Right.
You're not a suspect. She lies about her name. Okay, so if your boyfriend just hung himself, what goddamn me triggers you to lie about your name? Bam, we see the wounds on bro at the hospital. We take the girl phone. She's there playing her role. We take the girl phone, her call log. Before she called my mom or my sis. Now listen, I don't remember the exact order of this, but it was, she placed a private phone call, like pressing *67, and she also received a private phone call. Okay, before one of those private phone calls, before ever calling my sister or making her reach out to the family or police, before that phone call, one of her private calls took place. All right?
Right.
She got the private phone call or made it or received it, I don't know which way. And then she made the call to my sister. Then she made the call to my mom. I'm looking at her call log, all right? Next on her call log is me calling her, all right? After that call, there was another private call, and then there was 911.
Okay.
Why you got room for all of these extra phone calls anyway if this is an emergency? On top of that, what's up with the private phone calls? Why are you pressing *67?
Right.
Your boyfriend laying down here supposed to be lifeless, and you mean to tell me you get on your phone and press *67?
Oh, and who are those going to?
Never found out.
Okay.
Fast forward to my trial, they did all their research, all their detective work. You know what I mean? Who the phone calls was going to. Don't know who the phone calls went to when this, I'm going to get too far ahead, but we're going to backtrack. They don't know who the phone calls is tied to when this white woman is caught up in her situation.
Okay.
And the result is death. But fast forward when the result ain't death, but the result is this white woman was wounded. And listen, dude, I ain't nothing about me racist, but I see the racism in this situation, right? Black guy die. White woman suspect. You don't know who the cause is to. White woman harmed. Survived. You find out who every call is to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Her dad was best friends with a homicide detective. All right, but I went too far. Now let's back it up.
Okay. So your brother's, he's still in the hospital.
Right.
You've got her phone. Did you ask her what who are these going to?
So listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I told you earlier in my interview, the streets had kind of warped me, and I'm not that guy. I'm not that you see me run and be scared. Like that's not my energy, right? But I mean, even a coward will do the most treacherous type of shit. So it don't matter what you are at your core. I guess people knew that I would do certain things if it pushed to the limits. And a situation came that pushed me to the limit. I was my scariest then. People were scared to talk to me, right? Back up, hospital. Boom. We see what's going on. We see that this ain't no suicide. And my thug mentality, and my wannabe Superman mentality, but Superman to my culture didn't always mean doing something good, right? But my people was gonna be good when I did what I did. I said, man, I'm about to, it's evident, it's in my face. I gotta, you know what I mean? What they say, if you catch your spouse cheating or something, they can say that it's
Oh yeah, it's a crime of passion.
crime of passion.
Yeah. So you're overwhelmed at the moment.
I was about to have me a crime of passion at the hospital.
Right.
Like for real. So I hollered at my guy, Sauce, my aunt, Cabosi. You know what I mean? I told him when it was about to go down. And, you know, Sauce had it this thing, ain't no crime take place with this situation. So, you know what I mean? I can speak on that. I get to this thing, and I go upstairs, about to be Superman. The girl is gone. My auntie then told the girl, like, you need to get up out of here. She's a church woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. She felt the vibe. Nobody told her.
Yeah. She just knew things were going bad. You guys had the phone.
Yeah.
You could sense it. Yeah. Intuition. You feel something's about to happen.
She felt something. I mean, I get off the elevator. It's like my soul is escalating at the time, right? Because I know as soon as the elevator open, I don't know if it's right there on the spot. I don't know what it looked like, but I know that upon contact with this woman who stole my brother from me, I'm about to do her in. Gender don't matter. Like I said in another podcast, when it comes to taking the love, when gender don't matter. So I get off this elevator like I'm about to do her in.
She's gone.
Hold up. Let me say this right now. Because after other interviews and stuff like that, I tell myself, be conscious of the message you're spreading. Come on, man. Ain't no glorification. And I got to mean that when I say that. Ain't no glorification on the act committed, right? That's the background of this story. The forefront of this story is you got a black man who his death has been labeled a suicide when everything shows you it's not. And it's like it's kicked to the side because, you know, who the suspect is and who her family is. You know what I mean? And also the forefront of this story is I got a kinfolk, we're going to get off into it, that's locked up right now with the same sentence I had, and he's innocent. These are the forefront topics. What I did ain't no gangster shit. I let a woman survive.
Okay, so what happens after you get up there? She's not there. You try and look for her. You guys, is there a detective? Did the cops come at all? Do they do any investigation?
Oh yes, man. So I might ramble a little bit. The doctors told us he didn't hang himself. There is no internal neck trauma. There is no trauma to the neck.
Right.
He didn't hang himself. The police, yeah, we talked to the cops. Understand me? The police told us the girl, I ain't gonna say her last name because I don't know how much leeway I got, but they say the blank girl has been known about other situations, whatever, with boyfriends or whatnot. So I believe this may be before, I don't know if it's before or after, man, my mind is all over the place. But, you know, when I wanted to confront her or whatnot. I get off the elevator, man, she's nowhere in sight. Now we're just like in limbo mode, right? And while we're in limbo mode, he's on the machine. So can he snap back or can he not?
All right.
It's in the air. The doctors came out and said that his brain had been too long without oxygen.
Right.
And the damage sustained was irreversible. Man, you don't even understand the place I went to. It's like I disappeared, shriveled up, melted down, like poured into a hole, and it was dark. And I was just there for a minute. I remember sitting in the car that night. A guy was at the hospital when my bro was going through that transitioning phase. And I remember he asked me if I wanted a drink, said he has a drink in the car. And I was like, nah, man, I'm cool. I got on the elevator. As soon as I got on the elevator, I said, fuck that. I do need a drink. I opened it back. I said, yeah, let me get that. Boom. Go downstairs to the car. I'm sitting in the driver's seat of his car. My girlfriend, my baby mom. Shit was complicated. My baby mom was in the passenger seat. And remember, I was drinking. And I just started praying out loud in an angry fashion, talking to God, very angrily. Pose myself real quick, because I just remembered that feeling. I'm talking to God very angrily. Like, God, how? Like, like whatever. Like, give me whatever in my path next, man. Just don't do this. Just don't do this right here. And he did it. Hey, this is crazy. I thought I was past the emotional stage. Man, this shit crazy. I remember getting mad, praying, but in an angry way, and ask him to change it, and told him I'll take on whatever if you change it. And it stuck. And that's when I got stuck. Like I said, man, I ain't no bad dude or nothing. But I gotta get it together though. I'm tripping.
You want to take a break?
No, I'm cool. We're gonna keep rolling. You say men could cry. Shit. But I get stuck though. And it's just whatever. It's just whatever. With anybody, with everybody. And I had a problem from when I was in kindergarten. Nigga, it don't matter. But there was a certain section that was kind of in the leeway of that activity, man, due to the sticky situation that bro was caught in before. So we kind of had, numerous clashes with the same people. But, it was so many stories, man, in the streets that what could have took place, this from that. And, they had a problem about, this situation, and the girl dad didn't like him because of, this or whatever. And then stuff I done heard from the neighbors, like, I got so many different stories, man. Everybody that had a bone to pick aren't guilty. And I came to one conclusion, that one person that is guilty is the woman that was there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I really hate that part of my story, that I think my most, egregious act was like against a woman. I don't like that. But like I said, man, that you can't get a pass though. Shit, you done flip flop my whole motherfucking life, my family life. Like, you can't get no pass. Shit. So, after my random aggression phase ended, it was just like, hey, listen, got to get back on track. You know what I mean? And whatever life bring you to, it bring you to. And it just so happened that a situation dropped on my lap that I felt like could remedy, all the pain and grief that I had been going through, that my mama had been going through, that my kids have been going through, that my sisters have been going through. I'm at the gym, I get a phone call. Kinfolk got her. Like, not I see her, hey, she's over by such and such.
Right.
Man, this dude called me saying, hey, right? Hey, so listen, kinfolk got her. So I'm in the gym. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm walking back and forth, right? On the phone. If they got the footage, like you would see this. I'm walking back and forth on the phone. Like, I'm just in shock, like, what? And then I'm on the way. That's it. So bam. I'm trying to find a spot, to do my desired plan at, and it was kind of dropped on me. So it wasn't just like I just know the spot. So while trying to find a spot, my kinfolk, now I'm leading into how you got an innocent man locked up. How they got an innocent man locked up. I get a call from my kinfolk, man, and he tell me like, man, pull up. He's like, pull up on me. So it's my kinfolk Sauce. He's still locked up right now with 130 years. The same sentence that I used to have. I pull up on him and he like, hey man, he like, hey, leave that shit alone. It's a no-go. You know what I mean? He tell me what's going on. So when Relly, kidnapper, who's Sauce's brother, he kidnaps her. He had a couple female cousins with him when he did it. And those two female cousins end up taking the girl car, using her credit cards at like gas stations and McDonald's and shit, right?
Okay.
So they done left a paper trail before anything even happened, right? So Sauce he got his information, however he got it. And he called me when I pulled up on him, like, hey man, like it ain't no good, right? So mind you, again, man, I ain't no dark dude, I ain't no horrific dude, ain't nobody scared when I walk in the room, but in that situation, that's just the energy I was in. I'm hearing what he's saying, and it's sinking in, but that other energy ain't fully asleep. My logic is trying to click in, like, leave that alone. So, and that's what I say. I said, all right, but I still need to talk to her. I need some answers. I need to talk to her. Mm-hmm. So Sauce like, now prior to going with Sauce, I already got my mind on what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to breeze through it because again, this is not the forefront. I get a little kit together, right? Because I'm about to do a crime that I don't want to be identified for. Bam. Now, when I get Sauce, I already got the kit. And Sauce is talking me out of doing what I got my mind on doing. Like I said, it makes sense. So I've regressed, but I need to talk to her though. This day ain't happened without me having a conversation at least, right? So I pull up where I told kinfolk to, bring her to, and I get there before him, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna talk to her. I'll probably yell at her, I might slap her, I don't know. But I'm gonna talk to her though. But while I'm sitting waiting, man, I call it weakness, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I gave in. I said, man, fuck that. I'm having the flashbacks of what the damage she done caused to my life. I ain't about to let this moment pass. I'll be all right. You know what I mean? I ain't the bad guy. This can't be it. I'm the good guy. I'm about to say today. So I get together, you know. So when he pull up, I can do my thing. You know, Sauce trying to talk me out of it, whatever. But he can't. I got tunnel vision. He can't stop me. Dude pull up with her, bam, situation take place. We're gonna leave it at that. Boom. I got on a dread wig. I got on a beanie cap, pulled down with the hose, you know, like a makeshift mask. I got on a dread wig though. I'm disguising my identity. I got on a little black outfit. Sauce. He got dreads, for real. The girl know me like she knows Sauce. Like,
Right.
it's DB, Sauce, and Rah-Rah. Her in shock mind, she a short dude, a stocky dude, with dreads coming out his mask. She think it's Sauce.
Right.
When the situation take place, she say, Sauce, you ain't gotta do this. Bam, situation take place. Later on that night, I'm at the crib. Me and my sister live together. Shout out to Lovey, my older sister. It's late, 3 or 4 in the morning. You know, my mind is somewhere else, right? Because I know what just took place. But I'm being to myself. I'm at the laptop, got this beat playing, making up a song, talking about what my day has been like, but not too blatantly. Sister won't go to sleep. She won't go to sleep at all. She walking back and forth from her room to the dining room to the living room. It's 3, 4 in the morning. Why you up for? Smoking a cigarette, smashing into a Pepsi can. Ain't saying nothing to me. But she just like won't go to sleep. Energy. She knew something, man. Remember she went to the window. Front room window. She turned around. Like it wasn't a big deal. Police outside. Said, what? Boom, 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 boom. My shit beating. So bam, I go over there. I look out. Police outside. They got this shit flooded. I kind of like walk away. I don't know if I'm thinking what I'm doing, but I just like walk away. But it didn't take long at all. I had to step in the front. Walked away, walked back to the door. Like, hey, man, it is what it is. I ain't shit. I don't know how the fuck they know. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I did what I was supposed to do. I opened up the front door. Bam. Step outside. You know, they like, put your hands up. All that. Bam. I put my hands up. You know, I turn around, you know, walk backwards, do all of that kind of stuff like that. They got every light in America on me. They cuffed me. Put me in the car. I had an Escalade at the time. So remember the Escalade, maroon Escalade. It was said that a maroon Escalade, you know, such and such. So boom, they put me in the back of the cop car. They go search the house, nieces and nephews outside crying. So this happened to them twice, man. That's so fucked up. But this was the first time it happened to them. Police go in, they come out, you know. I see them lingering in the street or whatever, and they come to the car I'm at, open up the back door, pull me out, and take my cuffs off. Woo-hoo. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Right.
But I'm not gonna say it, you know what I mean? What the fuck I'm supposed to say? I'm just like, oh my God, like for real? Okay, like, yeah, keep on going. I damn near wanna run, you know what I mean? But they taking the cuffs off. And they say, do I know Jamal Abram? Sauce.
Right.
He's wanted for attempted murder. So first of all, I'm thinking, like, what the fuck do you mean attempted, right? And again, man, no that shit ain't good. I'm happy that it didn't go through. But in the moment, I'm like, attempted. Like, I know what I did. I just shit over with.
Mm-hmm.
But they saying attempted though. I'm just puzzled. Like the world is moving. Like I'm fucked up. They pull off. I'm in the middle of the street, just standing there. Like how I'm gonna call my kinfolk right now? The guy that was trying to talk me out of it,
Right,
is wanted for it.
right.
I didn't listen when he tried to stop me. And now he got the bad end of the stick. How I'm supposed to call him right now?
Right.
But it was kind of like one of them situations when I'm gonna just keep it solid. You about to get in a fight or something. You don't think you're gonna get the best because you know what I mean? But you still gotta go though. Still gotta go though. So I was faced with a challenge and I had to go. I called him. Like, hey, kinfolk. When they looking for, I'm talking to third person. I said, man, they looking for sauce right now. There must have attempted murder shit. You know, he get to being excited. You know what I mean? Talking real fast. And shit. He said, what? Like, you know, he just talking. The words ain't even coming out.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel the energy though. I'm like, man, listen. Don't even worry about it. You already, don't worry about it. You good. Come down a little bit, but he's still frazzled. I escalated. That's what brought him to where I was at. So unbeknownst known to me at the time, the girl survived.
Right.
So that's where the car description come in at. So that's how they come to my residence. But she said sauce.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm let go, right?
Yeah.
But they take the vehicle though. I step up for sauce like I'm supposed to. You know what I mean? I take him down to Kansas City. And, hey man, listen, man, you know, whatever. I did a stand-up guy type of thing, gave him something substantial, you know what I mean? Be good, you know what I mean? Stay out of the way, my guy. I take him down to KC. From KC, he fly down to Atlanta, Georgia. And he ended up getting caught in Atlanta. Got caught on his birthday, it's crazy. He caught in Atlanta. So he's the first to get caught. But who kidnapped her, he is a family member that wasn't like part of our daily circle. So he's not identified. I'm in the clear. Sauce is allegedly the shooter.
Right.
What they say in the case, they end up trying to say that I was the mastermind, that I manipulated the situation. I told him, hey, you do this, and told him, hey, you know what I mean? Not true though.
You got caught in Georgia?
Sauce got caught in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange situation how he got caught so fast. He got caught. I'm still in the good though. Sauce been caught like 8 months or something.
8 months later?
No, he got caught like fucking a week later.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying before the climate shifts into making my world gloomy, it's about 8 months later. So in the midst of those 8 months, my other kinfolk who kidnapped her, he was identified. So they didn't show, you know, the victim, you know, so many mugshots of whoever they could think of, and they came across his. She's like, that's the guy that snatched me. So now he's in the mix. I'm gonna lead into this situation with my chin up and my chest out. Kinfolk folded on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do care, and especially when I was going through it. But that's my kinfolk. And I still love them.
All right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to stand up here and speak on that from the wrong angle, like I'm staining them or whatever.
Right.
It's just the facts that occurred. Kinfolk was facing that life sentence for kidnapping. And that's when my climate changed. Kinfolk started doing what they wanted them to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, he couldn't swallow that elbow. It was like 18 at the time, whatever. So, listen, man, I don't like the results, but that's my kinfolk. So while I'm going through my journey of being the bad version of myself and how I switched to get back more stable and tap into who I really am, one thing that occurred was I was in a park with a woman and we was smoking, sipping, talking about our problems and just kind of consoling each other. While we sitting here in the car in the parking lot, it's crazy how it happened. I'm looking down the parking lot and I see this white dude. It looked like his chain swinging. I see the bling coming off of it in the section down there. And I start asking, I'm like, damn, is that the cops? And while I'm asking myself, is it the cops? I hear bump, bump, bump on the passenger window. I look over, it's the cops. I got it on my little whatever I'm rolling up on, and we got a bottle in the car. And long story short, I'm on federal papers.
Right.
Mind you, I did the 46 months, right? I'm on federal papers at the time. So now I'm supposed to be at the end of my bad guy self, right? But now I'm kind of start not being so positive. I think I'm about to violate. I'm going back to the joint. You know what I mean? Anyway, I have a hearing, a violation hearing. The judge ain't tripping about no little weed ticket. He say, how you been out this long and you ain't had a job in this long?
Right.
I say, I got a record label. I sell music. I earn, a suitable living off of doing this. Well, he say, well, you need to provide proof of that. You know what I mean? So now I'm going back to promoters and CD stores and just whatever. I'm getting as much paperwork, as I can to prove that I earned a living, through this. And okay, I don't want to kind of sway too far, but I got to include this. During this process, man, I switched from being like so gloomy and I'm sorry, demonic for real, because every problem that I had at the time, it's only one solution for it. So yeah, but how I switched to, I stopped seeing my situation like I lost my brother. I lost this person, this physical being on earth. That hurt. That caused me pain and grief and tears. I had to switch my perception. I didn't lose nobody. I gained something. I got a teammate up there in heaven, a direct link. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's about to be up now. So boom. Shortly after adopting that concept, small, unique situation, when I'm going to court, right, for the violation, I got to gather my evidence to show that I've been making a living. I had to go down to Kansas City, Missouri. There's a store named Seventh Heaven that was selling our music. And on the way down there, it was like I was borderline and being late before they closed. So I'm on the interstate kind of like rushing. Just when I began to realize I got a teammate in heaven, man. This is crazy. I'm on the interstate rushing. Boom. I'm in the left lane. Car in front of me just moving slow, moving parallel with the car next to it and like holding me up, right? It was happening so much I got frustrated to where I said, hey, bro, man, make this car move. I'm just bullshit. I said, hey, bro, make this car move. Soon as the word move left from my mouth, the car moved. Yeah, that was crazy. That's a coincidence. Like, what the fuck just happened right there? So I'm driving again. Now I'm kind of just talking. I'm laughing and shit. Like, man, what the fuck? That shit was crazy. It happened again. I'm jammed up. Can't get around somebody running late. Hey, bro, make this car move. Not during the word move, before the word move. As soon as I finish the word move, the car moving. Hold up, man. Am I tripping? People in the car with me. I start waking them up. I said, hey, look at this shit, y'all. I said, look at this shit. I'm laughing, I'm feeling good. I get myself jammed up on purpose, right? I'm jammed up, can't get around somebody. I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, hey, y'all, watch this in a minute. I play with him a little bit, and I say, hey, bro, make this car move. The motherfucker move. So anyway, man, it's so simple of a situation. I just got to say, man, it was just a sign and a symbol for me that I began to see repetitively that like, hey, man, I ain't lost my bro. I did not lose my bro. I got a bro on a higher realm of life that I can holler at and call on for guidance and whatever, whenever I need to. And I said, I got a teammate in heaven. So yeah, leading into the school situation, the judge said, when I bring the evidence back, the judge say, okay, again, little misdemeanor weed ticket. We didn't even get a ticket for alcohol. Little misdemeanor weed ticket. Judge like he ain't tripping. Okay, that's fine. Income is what I'm concerned about. Okay, now you have two options. If you want to earn your living through business, then you need to actually get certified in school, get a degree, something to further what you're trying to do. But you can't just sit around. So you can either go get a job, or you can, go to school for, what you want to do. So I don't want to work. So boom, I go to school, whatnot. So like I was saying, on April 1st, it was a unique day, a peculiar day. I'm in college. The teacher of my business class asked me would I participate in kind of like this, like a podcast. Something about the educational world in our community or something, our culture. She picked me out the class, the entire class. Bam. I said, okay, I'm supposed to work out this day. But the time of the podcast like overlapped my workout time. So when I finished, not a podcast, it was, basically a podcast before a podcast became popular. So after I finished that with her, I'm supposed to be at the gym at that time, but it's already into my gym time and it's too late. I got guys out there working out already. Like I missed it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go spend some extra time with my kids. I had a schedule of how I spend time with my kids. It was mostly on the weekends. I would get them, but throughout the week I would also, pop in or whatever. And now that I had a free evening, what better way to spend it than with my kids? I go to my baby mom's house. Now this ties into, I spend every night at my crib. Me and my sister still live together. I spend every night I got the basement, like my own little apartment or whatever. I spend every night in my crib. Like that's just my comfort zone. As far as who I'm dealing with, they come to me. I don't stay a night nowhere. This day, at baby mom's house early, because I missed the gym, chilling with the kids, and I got comfortable, you know what I mean? Ate something, got full, and fuck it, I'm gonna stay here tonight. In the morning, April 1st, I get a phone call. I don't even process the date at the time, but I get a phone call with my sister, calm again. She's like, shit, the police just came by here looking for you. I sit up in the bed. I said, what? My brain is scanning. Is she for real? She bullshitting? The situation didn't happen, like 8-9 months ago or whatever. And I've been in the clear. I got back to regular life. She said, the police just came by here looking for you. Sit up, like I said, like, man, what the fuck?
She didn't say April Fools.
I'm like, is you bullshitting? She like, no. So she hang up. I'm like stunned. I'm stunned. Now I'm like, no, this ain't for real. Because I've always felt at peace. Something about this circumstance, I never felt like I'm this bad dude. I'm doing some fucked up shit. Like, I felt like, man, I was moving within like a positive like parameter or something. I was just always at peace. So when she say the police looking for you, she hang up the phone. It ain't real. So now I gotta find a reason to make it not be real. Like she bullshitting. I know she just joking. Oh, it's April 1st. It's April 1st. It's April 1st. She got me. The fuck? I called her back. I'm forcing myself to believe this shit.
Yeah.
I called her back. I said, hey man, why you bullshitting? Like I'm about to make this shit be real. This version is real. I've got the laughy shit going on. She like, she said, I ain't bullshitting. She called the kids to around the phone area. She said, hey y'all, who just came looking for your uncle? The police. Boom. Oh shit. The motherfucking what is called the purge sounds was going off in my head. What the fuck shit real now? Baby mom could see it on me. She walk in the room. What's wrong? No, nothing. I'm cool. I forget how I told her, when I told her, but I ended up saying, man, she talking about the police came by there looking for me. I'm saying it like that. Man, that shit, man, I don't even worry about that shit. So she must have started downloading it. You know, she know what didn't happen, you know, months prior or whatnot. Always kind of had the look in her eye like, right, it's something you want to tell me? But, you know, I don't give nobody no kind of, you know, communication about that. She ended up coming back out the bathroom, kind of got emotional, like, I'm like, listen, man, everything cool. Like, why you think they ain't said nothing all this time? I'm good, you know what I mean? But I'm like, boom, I need you to take me somewhere to do something. Boom. I go get a little vehicle I can move around in. Boom. I separate with her from her job. You know, give her a kiss, give her a hug or whatever. Like everything. Even though it wasn't like an item, she was still my girl. I mean, so boom, I give her a little emotional connection, you know, kiss her. Everything gonna be good. And everything wasn't good, man. I went and got a lawyer. So I'm like, is it a locate warrant? I go hire a lawyer. Steve Leffner was like the goddamn Johnny Cochran of Omaha at the time. I go hire Steve Leffner. And, you know, he put his due diligence in or whatnot to find out is it an arrest warrant or a locate warrant. Man, we sitting in that motherfucker like he came back in. It's like, I'm sorry, it's an arrest warrant. That shit was like we was at a wake. Not the funeral. It felt like we was at a wake when he said that shit. Oh my God, now I'm in the underground world. We leave, you know, I got hoods on and shit, glasses on. Like I'm moving like a motherfucking, not myself. Find a little spot to tuck off at or whatever. And yeah, I slipped into the, you know, the underworld, man. And that lasted for, like I say, crime happened in June, end of June. They came for me April 1st. That shit lasted damn near 10 months since the crime date and actually looking for me. So my on the run spree happens.
I was gonna say, do you know what the warrant is?
Attempted murder.
Right. But I mean, no, I mean, at the time, do you know what it's for?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he just said, hey, there's a warrant. We don't know what it's for.
No, it's for that shit.
Okay.
And for that shit. I stopped hustling and everything. Soon as the situation happened, soon as that first night when they put me in cuffs and took me out of cuffs.
Right.
I killed everything because I just felt like any day. But yeah, so from April 1st, I go on the run, leading up to a divine, oh my God got his hands on the situation for sure. So while I'm on the run,
Right.
if I get caught before Sauce trial, they will put us together.
Right.
And we'll have one trial. If I get caught after Saul's trial, then he'll have his verdict and I'll have my verdict, but it'll be separate, right? So while Saul's trial is approaching, man, life is so heavy, dude. Like, for real. I got to keep on saying this is not myself, but I was like warped into like another realm, man. I was warped. You know, the streets gonna remember me some kind of way. I didn't have enough time to do the highest of the heights that I was supposed to do, but I ain't about to leave this planet without leaving a mark. You know, and the outlets that I had was not really positive outlets when I was going through that. Like I said, I was warped. When Saul's going through his trial, dark notions just start swirling around me. I remember such and such dude from this. Remember so-and-so never paid me. Remember so-and-so said this. You know what? The police, some motherfucking crooked motherfuckers. They the reason I'm in this shit, because if they had did they shit properly and handled shit the right way, I would never reacted. Oh yeah, let me put them on my list too. I got a partner that used to rob banks. It just seemed like a thrill that I would never partake in. But fuck it, life over with anyway. Let me put that on my list too. If Sauce loses this motherfucking trial, watch this. Watch this. It's about to be a lot of shit going on. Because if he lose trial and he didn't do it, I'm done.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that the police are looking to arrest you because they think you did it. Is that right?
Well,
Or
now
they just think you were there.
no. So now at this point, they think the victim stated that Sauce shot her.
Right.
They think that he's the shooter, but now I'm tied into it. They saying that I'm the mastermind. They saying I told Sauce the shooter. They saying I told dude the kidnapper. I'm guilty through conspiracy. One of the charges is conspiracy to murder.
Okay, got it now. I was going to say, like, how are they looking for you for the attempted murder when they're charging him with the attempted murder? It's like that. This doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it makes more sense.
Yeah, so my mind is warped, man. My mind is warped. That's how I know it's heaven and hell. I believe it's not, I don't know what happens when you leave here, but I believe it's a state of mind, man. And I done experienced hell on earth, you know, and I've experienced heaven on earth. But situations like that make me really believe that, you know, heaven and hell is a state of mind. I'm in hell. But Sauce was this trial. This is what's going on. You know what I mean? I remember my mom come to the house one day. So I had a on the run spot, but it kind of began to get wore out. And I started bouncing around a little bit, and I would end up in my sister's house a lot. They'd have been there 3 or 4 times looking for me.
Mhm.
They know I ain't there no more. I done got comfortable. It's been a long time since they've been over there. I can, you know what I mean? I'm in my sister's house one day. My mom came over. I'm in the back. I'm in my sister's room. I'm always hiding. Even like I'm inside the house hidden from the world. I'm in the house hiding. In my sister's room, my mom came over. I hear them out there talking, but I ain't about to go make no engagement. She probably gonna leave, and I never knew I was here. I ain't gonna let her know. But my sister ended up telling her, like, Sean back there. She came back there, and I'm in that state, man. What I'm a smile for? I'm at the edge of the bed, you know what I mean? Shit heavy, you know, head down, life on the motherfucking time clock. My expiration date coming soon, no matter if it's death or prison. That energy is on me. But I was never the type of person that could really just say extreme things to moms, but I didn't want to lie or hide things either. Remember she asked me what's wrong. And I was like, I don't know what I said something like they don't see. I don't want to tell her I got murder plans on my robbery plans and cop retaliation plans and bank plan. I don't know. I'm about to leave a mark. When I'm gone, they gonna remember me. as distorted as that may sound, when I'm gone, they gonna remember me. So mom asked me what's wrong. I was like, nothing. But I was like, let's all lose this trial though. Watch. And she's like, she could pick up what I'm saying, but she ain't. And she kind of probably feel me. I don't know. But she like, boy, don't you do nothing stupid. And like, I can't lie to her, but I don't want to just straight go against her either. I'm just like, all right, you know, man, Sauce trial come up. I'm locked in, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to be forgot about. I think I was 28 at the time. I ain't done nothing major in life. I'm about to be balled up, threw away, and that's it. It's decided. I'm gonna get remembered. Sauce trial coming up. I believe it was November 1st. Mind you, if I get caught before his trial, we'll have the same trial.
Right.
If I get caught after his trial, guess what? I'm gonna have a lot more charges because I ain't bullshitting. If I even make it to the courtroom. That's how you know God is real. His trial started one day.
Next day you get arrested.
I got caught later on that night.
Oh, okay.
God was not about to let me make it to being on the streets hearing a guilty verdict. Even in my times that ain't so applaudable, I've had, affirmation that God is there for me. I've been shot at this close. Everyone missed. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I get caught during the trial. Yeah.
It's too late for them to add you to the.
Yeah, they can't add me to his trial, but I did not have the opportunity
Right.
to go pull out these fantasies. That's crazy because it was fantasies. I used to meditate on them. I used to drive by certain spots like I already know how I'm gonna do this one.
So
man, energy is real. When you feel yourself being sucked into a certain path, man, you got to gain control. You got to gain control and get yourself out of that path.
How do they grab you?
I'm at my sister's house. I done got so comfortable. I'm in the dining room. I ain't even in the back hiding. I'm in the dining room on a laptop on Facebook. This when Facebook first got to really being popular. Sis came to the goddamn dining room. Calm again. Sis too calm. Sis like she a gangster for real, man. She don't even rattle her. But she's like police outside. So I'm in the kind of like in the French, like, the fuck, what I'm gonna do? So I'm kind of like going left, going right, but I ain't going nowhere because I don't know which way to go. And my kinfolk was there, Measy, you know what I mean? AKA Little, my little kinfolk, this Sauce brother, my little guy, man. He like, hey, come upstairs. Go upstairs. It's like an attic room. Attic is loaded with unorganized storage. When I say shit this way and that way, it's loaded too. So I must have found a tunnel. I don't know what the hell I done did, but I done got through that shit and got to the back and I'm behind some shit and it's a cover over the shit and they ain't coming in here to find me. So some way along, that time, they let them in the house. I hear them downstairs, going through shit and, they don't see nothing, of course. When they come upstairs, it's pitch black. And it's like attic storage type area. It's one of them little halfway hatch doors. I hear them, they pass it. Heart beating, pitch black. Boom. I hear them when they go to the back, they don't find nothing. Now they coming back towards the stairs, but the hatchway door is right there at the top of the stairs. And they stop. They open it. They come in. I know they can't see me because I done looked in here. How they looking in here? I know they can't see me. But man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't hold up to that pressure. Like I see all the beams, I feel all the negative, I feel the bullets before they gonna hit. I feel that shit pointed at me. And they said something like, you know, raise your hands, come out. So, they gave me like an ultimatum. And goddamn it, they got me on that ultimatum. I threw them motherfucking hands up so fast. I said, I'm right here, don't shoot. But first, okay, so bam. No, I threw my hands up. All right, don't shoot. Because I was already nervous when I was on the run. Like, the system is part of my brother's death. You know what I mean? It's my belief. Like, they gonna probably, if they catch me, they gonna shoot me. They might shoot me if I ain't in the right area. And say I'm labeled armed and dangerous. You know what I mean? So bam. They scare me. I throw the hands up. So they make me like move towards them, whatever, with my hands up the whole time. And then, you know, they cuff me up. First, I was just so scared in the motherfucker, right? Don't shoot. If you don't cuff somebody, I know I'm safe. That's when I start talking shit. Like, you know, rah, Montana, motherfucker. Such 6 months, I'll be out. You know what I mean? Speedy trial, bitch. Watch. I'm like, I don't know, man. That's the mode I was in. But it went a lot longer than 6 months, though. Right. So, okay, I get caught. I go to jail. When I'm in jail, you know, the word is I'm supposed to beat my shit at my prelim. Okay, so during Saul's trial, the victim states that no one else was there.
Right.
She thinks the shooter was Sauce.
Right.
And she know the guy that kidnapped her.
Right.
To her, there's no one, I don't know what the fuck Sauce was doing in that truck.
But she never saw him.
She never saw him.
Right.
So she said that I did look inside the truck and there was no one else there. So in my mind, like, Sauce was in that motherfucker, like, hiding, like, for real. He didn't want no parts of it.
Right.
He in that motherfucker hiding, right? So, but to them, they're saying that's me. They saying I'm the person in the truck, or nobody's in the truck, right?
Right.
I'm the guy that controlled the shit or whatnot.
Right.
So if Sauce is in front of her and she's saying Jarrell kidnapped her, where the fuck am I at?
Right.
She say Sauce shot her, Jarrell kidnapped her. She was in the truck, nobody else was there.
Is Jarrell saying you were there?
Jarrell saying I'm there.
So
the phone call
conflicting
between me and Jarrell. Man, listen, I ain't gonna go deep into that because, like I said, this ain't to stain nobody or nothing. But Jarrell did more than he had to put me in this shit, man.
Right.
You know, yeah, he went extra, like, fuck. Anyway, if she don't identify me nowhere, I'm like innocent, like, aside from Jarrell. But that's enough right there to cause what they call reasonable doubt, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I hope. So prelim, they thinking that my shit ain't even got enough evidence to go past the prelim. Sauce gave me that message from his lawyer. You know, he slid me a little kite in the county one time. I go to trial. Let me tell you how crooked my attorney is, though. She that made this statement at Sauce trial, the only people present was Sauce and I'm gonna call him Jay. I don't want to keep saying his name. Sauce and Jay, only two people present. Why you don't bring this up at my trial? Why you don't paint me in a light that I wasn't even involved or nothing? Like,
right,
man, that motherfucker was crooked. Anyway, fast forward, man, I ended up going to trial.
What did before you go to trial, do you know what Sauce gets?
Oh yeah. Okay, so bam. Sauce get convicted. I'm fighting. I'm going through the proceedings of a trial, you know, all the court dates or whatnot, the prelims. These motherfuckers bonded my shit over at prelim without me having the prelim. Okay, so prelim is supposed to be like, is there, you know, sufficient evidence to take this case to trial?
Yeah.
Well, instead of having my prelim on a county court level without it going to district court, they did something, I forget what they called it, where it went straight to district court, where my prelim was held at district court between a judge that has the motive to further it. You know what I mean? And shit, they made my shit continue without giving me the opportunity to prevent it from going to district court.
Right.
You know what I mean? Long story short, man, Sauce get 130 years while I'm going through my proceedings, right? Let me tell you something. I'm in the county, man. I start doing everything to try to get ahead of that and reverse that shit. I became a halfway Muslim. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, I was still Christian. I told God, look here, I'm gonna stop gambling. You know, I really did stop gambling, stop playing poker and everything. I started trying to tap into everything positive about me. I said, listen, man, I cannot. 130 years? No.
Just a little bit.
So I'm just trying to be my best self. If I'm my best self, I'm gonna get the best result. Go to trial. Man. Shit, I end up getting found guilty. So I'm in the bullpen and pacing back and forth, you know. I got damn, I'm tripping. Is it either handcuffs or shackles on my feet? Anyway, I'm in the tank by myself. They don't even got me with the regular felons, man.
Mhm.
Every time I go to court, they always got me separated. Like
You have a more serious charge.
yeah, but like it was crazy because it'd be people in the other tank that actually committed murder sometimes. Like their victim didn't survive. I was in the tank by myself most of the time. Every now and then there'd be one or two more guys with me. It was weird. Like this nigga charged more violent than mine. Fuck. But they had me on like a high profile or whatever. But anyway, I'm in the bullpen. Waiting for a verdict, right? Trial concluded. I decided not to testify. They placed it in the jury hands or whatever. Boom, it's on a Monday. They take me up to the bullpen while I'm waiting for the verdict to be read. I'm walking back and forth. I'm talking to dead people, talking to God. I'm trying to manifest. I'm trying to create the ending. I'm putting every vibration, every rhythm out there I can to make these jurors' minds say, hey, nah, he didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to what do you call it? Telepathically connect through the universe right now. I'm visualizing certain juror. I see they clothes and shit. I'm like, okay, man, this is what you're thinking right now. Whatever. Like, I'm trying everything.
Right.
I cannot get a guilty verdict. Ain't no way. Man, while I'm up there thinking, motherfucking bailiff come upstairs. Mr. Abram, they got a verdict. Hold on. What you mean they got a verdict? That was too quick. No. Think about it some more. I don't want to hear the verdict right now. I should be, man. Like they pull me out the bullpen. The bullpens is right next to each other. You got the super bullpen where I'll be at, and you got like the common bullpen. They pull me out. They gotta get me back all the way, you know, jammed up for. No, I'm in trial at this time. So I got a shock pad on. No physical. I got on physical shit when I'm in the back in that holding tank.
Mhm.
But when I come out, the jury can't see me as like a inmate, a convict.
Right.
So I got a shock pad on. They can't see that. Take me back out there for verdict. Man, I sit down. So I had two lawyers. So my two lawyers were sitting like 1, 2, and I was like at the end, right? So how I'm faced, I'm looking straight at the jury. I won't forget it. It's this white woman, man. She sat down and she was looking at me so nasty, the most hardest facial expressions and shit. Like, but I don't know if it mean like you pussy motherfucker, they done let you off. That's what I'm hoping it mean. But maybe it mean you got what you got coming, bitch. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, she mad.
Right.
She mad because I done got off. You know what I mean? I'm hoping. I'm not attaching to nothing bad. I'm only seeing positive. She mad because I got off. Yes. Sitting there. Does the jury have a verdict? Yes, they do. Whatever, they do the process. Count one of the charges, attempted murder. We, the jury, find Mr. Avram. I'm looking, I'm waiting. Guilty. What the fuck just happened? Whew. But I don't show nothing though. It's like a shockwave inside of me just go off. We find the defendant guilty. I'll just look over at my family, checking their reactions. Baby mom stormed out. Pops was looking, I don't know, like he saw a ghost, and Moms was already starting to break down. And I'm just in a twilight zone. We, the jury, find the defendant, such and such a criminal conspiracy to murder, guilty. We, the jury, find the defendant, what they say, use of a weapon,
Right.
to commit a felony. We find the defendant guilty. Tampering with a witness. We find the defendant guilty. I'm just sitting there like, I ain't laughing at that. I'm just stale. Stale. Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna see me sweat, but I ain't gonna fake either. I'm just in an in-between place. Shit going on in the crowd. Mom's breaking down. Like I said, baby mom stormed out. Like hands on her heart like she about to pass out. Dad just stuck. Sister's eyes glossy. And I'm just there. Bam. They come cuff me up. Take me to the bullpen. I'm like, all right, what the fuck is going on? Like, for real, I know this ain't real. Hold up, what's going on? Hold up. No. It ain't real, but why it seem real right now? How you gonna spend this, God? Because I know this ain't it. How you gonna spend this to make it, all right? Something gonna shake. Something gonna shake. I'm going through this shit for a big, grand finale, like conclusion. You know what I mean? Boom, I go to court to get sentenced. That was just being found guilty. Like 2 months later, sentencing. I go to court to get sentenced. Walking that motherfucker. I get off the elevator, they got the sheriff on me or whatnot. It's a different courtroom than trial courtroom. So I gotta walk through more of like public space before I make it to the actual courtroom. They got the cameras out there and shit, and I'm just walking, everybody looking at me. I'm like, in my mind, almost like, one part is like, fuck it, nigga, I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that word. I'm not sad because I did what I was supposed to do. I ain't some bad person out here, whatever. And I'm also like, God's still gonna turn this around. God's still gonna turn this around. I go in that courtroom like confident. I remember telling my mom before court, because Sauce already got 130, right? So mom, come on, I'm guilty. They say I'm guilty. You know what they gonna do, all right? When I lost trial, man, she went to the hospital. Like she broke down, like panic attack type stuff. Like I had to put the oxygen on her, all that. So now I'm prepping her. Mom, you know what they gonna do already. Don't let it phase you. We good. We know this ain't the ending. This is not the conclusion. All right, I'm gonna be all right. I know, cause it ain't over till God say it's over. And you know what I mean? Mom's riding with me. All right, bet. Let's go then. We in this together. We ain't rattled. Hey, he on a mission with us, and we gonna stay strong throughout this mission. Boom. Court day come around. Sentencing day come around. Man, I said some powerful stuff to them people. I didn't walk into that courtroom like shaking in my boots.
Right.
I came to peace with, hey, God using me for something. I know I ain't no bad person. I don't deserve no results like this. And I'm gonna stand tall through this shit. We go in the courtroom. I just kept it real with the judge, like he was a person. You know what I mean? I said what I said. Like, my family hasn't received justice at this point. Did that mean we were supposed to go without it? Not at all. So I'm saying things like, I remember my lawyer need me under the table. Hey man, chill out, you stand you what? But I told the judge, like, hey, listen, RIPDB, free sauce, and only God can judge me. And with that, you can go on with your sentence. Yeah, it's in the transcripts. But the judge, found me guilty, gave me 150 years.
More than
More.
the guy, the supposed shooter.
More. And I'm so weird. I'm so weird at the time. I mean, not really weird. I'm really rare. But at the time, I'm like, all right, give me more time. Shit, that's just a bigger accomplishment. Because I already know it ain't ending like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to overcome more than I thought I was gonna have to overcome. So bam. After I get that time, it's crazy. I know.
Would not make me feel any better. That one video.
Listen. I had two options, man.
Mm-hmm.
I could accept reality and be under somebody's bunk crying some motherfucking where.
Right.
Or I could be delusional / faithful and say this shit happening for a reason. I'm gonna stand up. I'm not crying every day. You know what I mean? Watch this. Is my mindset. So bam. But after I get the time, so now I'm like a super high classified inmate. Can't be with general population. Not only is he guilty, he got 150 years. He might fuck up some shit in our system.
Right.
So I can't go back to general population. It take me to administrative confinement. I'm really warped, and I'm about to experiment with faith now. What else I'm gonna do? Accept it? I know God got a mission. So I'm in administrative confinement, 23 hours locked down, come out for a shower with your handcuffs, and it's fucked up. But anyway, the very next day, after being placed on administrative confinement, I hear the metal coming up the stairs. And then I hear it stopping my door, like clink, clink, clink.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Abner, you got court. Court? I just goddamn you got sentenced yesterday. Fuck you mean I got court? I ain't got no court. Brain switch. I know what's going on. God was pulling a prank on me.
April Fool's Day.
Hey, it started on April Fool's Day. You feel what I'm saying? It started on April Fool's. Now he about to show the humor in his, his correction. God pulling a prank on me. They about to pull me into court and say, Mr. Abram, I just wanted to show you what your life could be like. You know what I mean? We understand what's going on, and we don't see that you're a bad person. We just got to show you. You got to stand strong, and you can't let emotions pull you into a dark path. I'm ready to go to this court date. Fuck, I can't wait. Damn, God, thank you for being so graceful.
Right.
Fuck, I can't wait. Oh, shit. I'm starting to feel good. I'm smiling on the inside. Like, damn, I knew this wasn't real. Get downstairs. They put me in a holding tank with all federal people, not state people. I was on paper when I caught this case. I violated.
Right.
Oh, I know I ain't going to federal court, am I? No. My bubble of optimism is starting to bust. I got court for real? This ain't no God was pulling a prank on me situation. Take me to federal court. I get violated. I officially get violated because now I'm guilty. I'm not just assumed of doing something. I'm guilty now. I get violated. Well, the feds say that, he's going to be an old man when he gets out. He's going to, I had 150 years. In my state, you would get out in 75, half of that.
Okay.
I was like 28, 29 or something at the time. So 75 plus that age, 75 and 20, that's 95. Say 8 more, that's 103. I was going to be 103, 104 when I got out. They said he going to need to get acclimated back to society. That's what they say.
Okay.
He don't need jail time. He already got enough jail time. Yeah. So for your violation, when you get out, you got 2 years supervised release
at 105.
If you feel what I'm saying. Right? I said, all right, whatever. Now I leave federal court. They bring me back to the county. And now I'm disappointed because I thought God was about to look out for me, right? But nah, this was really your court date. So, fuck. All right, whatever. I'm going back, get back to the bullpens, waiting to go back to my unit. They're taking everybody up to their unit. Say, Abram, they called me out for court. Hold on, I just came from court. Man, what y'all doing? So I just came from court. They said, well, now you got state court. Oh, shit. Hey, listen here. God really about to look out. What else I got court for? I'm sentenced in the state. I'm sentenced in the feds. I don't got nothing else to go to court for.
Okay.
Mr. Abram, you got state court. Fuck. I knew God was just pulling a prank on. I knew it. Sweet. All right, let's go to state court. God, thank you. I promise you I won't ever do that bad again. I'll come to church every Sunday. I won't sell drugs. Like God, I just want to live for you now. God, thank you. I really appreciate you. Fuck. Get into this courtroom, my family in there. They kind of lightweight smiling and shit. Oh God, thank you so fucking much, man. They got notified without me knowing I had to come to court for a sentence modification. Get up there. Well, Mr. Abram, this is the judge speaking. I noticed when I sentenced you yesterday, I said that I gave you the same sentence as your cousin, co-defendant Jamal Abram, which is 130 years. But on the record, I gave you 150 years. So that was a mistake. I meant to give you 130 years. Like, I gave your co-defendant.
Mhm.
So I got a sentence modification of 20 years, from 150 down to 130.
Nice. God looking
And I
out.
said, man, listen here, it's all right. I'm still good. Because you're not the judge. You're not the author of my life. You understand me? You saying what you're saying right now, whatever. My faith is intact. All right, cool. I stand up. All right, all right. It's all good. I'm surrounded by my family. You know what I mean? I'll talk to y'all. This ain't the last time y'all see me. I'm in prison now. I'm about, man, I'm only like 7 months into my sentence or something. So, since being found guilty.
Yeah.
So at this time, 2012, I had been locked up like 3 years. You want to know about prison life?
You're chipping away at that, aren't you? 3 years off of 130 already. It's not even worth unpacking.
I'm chipping that shit out. I'm chipping off of that shit. I got 130 years. So let's say I'm not a model inmate.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got the pack coming in. I got loan sharking going on. I'm just, I was in that world, and anything that I'm a part of, I just got a desire to be the best at it. I was a convict. I was an inmate. I wanted to be the best one. So boom, I'm selling trees on the yard. I'm loan sharking. I'm loaning food. Anything you need on the yard.
Running a store.
Running the store. Holler at Rob.
Yeah.
Anybody on the yard to tell you, holler at Rob. I'm running the poker table. I come in from the poker table with 500 tokens on me, stuffed in every boot, every sock, every, hidden component to make, because the limit is 25. You know what I mean?
Right.
That tokens is money on the yard. I'm coming in every day, 300, 400, 500 of them, it may look like I'm coming in handing off tokens while I got people in the day room cooking burritos for the entire unit. Like, for real. Like, I've really done these kind of things in prison. It's crazy because it's crazy. It don't really deserve like an applause or nothing, but it's just like ties into me, man. However I'm living, whichever angle, aspect I'm in, I just want to be the best at it. So that was me being the best at what I was doing. Getting the bag in, flooding the yard with whatever, cooking for everybody, and, building my legacy. Whether that legacy was the certain whatever inmate, I was building my legacy. March 7th, I have oral arguments for my appeal. Let's back it up. My lawyer found the actual error in my jury instructions.
After how long?
I got found guilty in 2010. got sentenced at the beginning of 2011, and in July 2012, I actually won. So
okay.
in between the beginning of 2011 and the middle of 2012, the error was found. We had the oral arguments in March 7th, 2012. I gotta say this too, man, because it just it does something to my mind to when I think back on it. All these guys in here, life sentences, 400 years for this, 300 years for that, life sentence plus 60 years and 90 years, and they on the yard playing poker and playing basketball, and hey, that's cool, but they not at the law library.
Right.
They accepting what they got going. Either they accepting it or putting it off in somebody else's hands. That's fine, but I got to be active with mine. My life too valuable to solely depend on. I don't care how esteemed the lawyer is. I'm going to be involved with this situation. So I end up going to the hole. Administrative confinement again. I ain't got in trouble. I ain't got into no fight, nothing like that. But with the operations I was running on the yard, a lot of people would owe me,
Right.
money, whatnot. And I'd be waiting on my money sometime, and it don't be coming when it's supposed to come. I'm in the jungle. You understand me? I can't just like let it slide.
So you have your attorney write them a letter saying that they owe,
No, hell no.
like a collection letter.
No, I pull up. I pull up, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what's happening? You understand me? I need that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, not that I want to be or trying to be, but I have to be. I need that. If I don't got that on such and such, then, hey.
They go to the warden or the lieutenant.
So they dropping kites, man. And I got to say this too, man. I don't want to give y'all
How
too
come
much.
they don't check in? How come they don't check in? They're
Some
trying
of
to get you to-
them have.
Oh, okay.
Like, I've wrote letters, to send out to the streets, and they get sent back in to this person like, hey, you got to come out one day.
Yeah.
So it's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's so blatant how different my perspective is now than it used to be. Because I'm at home one day going through my prison tote, and I was looking for something specifically, a letter my daughter wrote to me. I was looking for something specifically, a letter my daughter wrote to me. And while looking for that, I stumbled across all my paperwork, like my write-ups and stuff like that. And I'm reading it like, inmate wrote a kite on this saying Mr. Abram was going to come into his room. Inmate Abram was running the loan shark operation, charging 20% per week. Inmate Abram was receiving marijuana, such and such. And inmate Abram tells another inmate, connect the dots and whatever, and it's just giving my resume. I'm like, God damn, this is what I was. Inmate Abrams tells other inmate, you a bitch, pussy, you cut it out, such and such, such and such. I'm like, damn, I was coming at niggas like that. Inmate Abrams sends a letter out to his mom and has her send it back in to another inmate, saying, I'm just seeking what's mine. And if you want to get on some bigger bullshit, I got to get on some big. Inmate Abrams sends a letter out to his mom. And his mom sends back in, to the institution. And inmate Abram is saying to the other inmate, if you want to get on some bullshit, I ain't got no choice but get on some bigger bullshit. I just need what's mine, basically, or else. Like, damn, this who you, like, it shocks my system. Like, what the fuck? This how you was moving? But I had 130 years, though.
Yeah.
I don't got the same mind.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I go to the hole. People owe me. I'm pushing an envelope. They dropping kites. Boom. They come get me. After so many kites, so many accusations, it's just like, it is what it is.
He's a problem.
He's a problem.
Yard.
Now they zeroed in on me. Like that letter I sent out. I know that they got that letter because it's in my paperwork.
Right.
We captured this letter saying this, saying that, and you know what I mean? So they was on me. It took me to administrative confinement. Best thing ever. The law of manifestation began to take place. So when you go to administrative confinement, you don't get your own TV. You don't get no TV.
The fact that you get TVs at all.
You don't get no entertainment,
I didn't
right?
have any TV. I never had any TV.
Yeah, state joint is better than feds in that way.
Yeah.
The feds is so much better on other levels, but that's one of the, pros,
Yeah.
one of the perks of the state joint. So, but 45 days though, I just had oral arguments, right? Now I'm in the hole. No people around me, no television around me, just me and my thoughts. My thoughts.
Reading books?
I mean, I could get books, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But my thoughts was my entertainment. And I be in that cell, man, and I just start to think about the day I get released, and I start to see it in my mind. I start to really feel it in my spirit. I see myself, walking across the yard and the inmates, cheering for me, and I walk out the front door and my family out there, and I hug them and we happy. And I go to the cell phone store and get my first phone. I go to the barbershop and get my Dougie on. And I'm seeing it in my mind every day, and I'm feeling it. I'm smiling. It feels good because it's really happening for myself in that moment. And maybe it's just a theory, I don't know, but I felt like I was manifesting that. I felt like I was creating that during that span. Fast forward. Every Friday, I'm still in a hole. Every Friday, the rulings come out for the courts, as far as, appeals on decisions.
Right.
I'm watching the news every Friday to see if my case come across there. Friday the 13th, which was July the 13th. Before the news could come on, the cops came to my cell and was like, Mr. Abram, pack up. Pack up. It's court ruling day.
Mm-hmm.
I won my appeal. I'm thinking it, but they ain't said it to me. I said, what's up? Where I'm going? They say you're going to Tecumseh. Tecumseh is a supermax joint in Nebraska. I was at NSP. That's the maximum joint, but they got the maximum and the medium side, but I was on the maximum side. They tell me I'm going to Tecumseh, the supermax. I'm like, nah, not on a Friday, the appeal day, nah. I said, I done won my appeal, but they can't tell me right now. They got to walk me up front, and they got to be secretive or whatever. And then when I about to check out, that's when they gonna tell me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, okay, let me get the bags. I'm about to go home. I can't believe this shit. I pack up my shit. Boom. They still said I'm going to Tecumseh, but I know that ain't true though. Going up front with my property and shit, walking across the yard. Remember the vision I seen people waving by to me, congratulating, applauding?
Yeah.
But instead of, it ain't all the way accurate. They just saying, what's going on? Where you going? I said, man, they said I'm going to Tecumseh. Tecumseh? I said, man, shit, that's what they say, but I'm walking like, wait. Later on, watch the news. Get up front. Holding tank. It's a lot of dudes in there.
Where you going?
I said,
Where you going?
I said, hey, where y'all going? They said, man, we're going to Tecumseh. I said, what the fuck? All right, okay, they do got a busload going to Tecumseh, but they're not taking me. They're going to take them, and they won't let me out because I just want my appeal. They just ain't told me yet. You know what I mean? This is my mindset, my guy. I'm never accepting failure. They take me to Tecumseh for real. What the fuck is, why they got to drag it out this much? They going to let me out here? Man, I could end up going to my cell just hours later. So when you transfer over, you don't get your property right away. I mean, you got to wait a while. They got to go through everything, make sure you ain't try to sneak nothing in and all that. Now, we're still in the hole, though. Everybody that went to Tecumseh, we're in the hole. Mm-hmm. They're transferring us because there was just a riot on the yard the day before, and they're just getting rid of some more high-profile or higher-classified inmates to make room in the hole for these individuals. So we in Tecumseh. Friday, July 13th. I'm waiting for my property, but I'm so tired of being in transit all day. I go to sleep. When they bring my property, I don't even open my TV up or nothing. I'm asleep now.
If you sleep hot at night, you know how disruptive that can be. When you're not resting well, everything else feels harder. Your focus, your mood, even your recovery. GhostBed is here to help you fix that. They've spent decades perfecting how to build a bed that's comfortable, durable, and designed to actually help you rest. Every Ghost Bed mattress features premier materials, proven cooling technology, and their exclusive ProCore layer, a targeted support system that reinforces the center of the mattress where the body is heaviest. It helps keep your spine aligned and your back supported, so you can wake up ready for anything 2026 throws at you. Each mattress comes with a 101 night sleep trial and a 20 to 25 year warranty, so you can try it risk-free, knowing it's built to last. Shipping is fast and free. Most orders arrive in 2 to 5 days. GhostBed has great prices to begin with, up to 50% off comparable brands. And Inside True Crime listeners can get an extra 10% off site-wide for a limited time. Just go to ghostbed.com/Cox and use promo code Cox at checkout. That's ghostbed.com/Cox, promo code Cox. Upgrade your sleep with GhostBed, the makers of the coolest bed in the world. Some exclusions apply. See site for details.
You know, in order to use the phone when you're in the hole, you got put in the kite. Inmate interview request form at least 48 hours before you want to use it. So I get there on a Friday, I put in the kite. I want to use the phone for Sunday. Sunday come, they bring the phone over they wheel the phone to my door. I got to reach out the hatch. I'll reach up, poke the numbers or whatnot. And I want to let my family know I got moved.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm in a different location now. And it's a much different environment now too. So I call my baby mom. And I tell her yeah, I'm in Tecumseh now. You know, I'm just giving her the update. And she say, what's going on with the appeal? Now that shocked me because I was aware that I was like the only one that was more so delusional. Like, this ain't my reality. Something gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else was more so like,
You're going to do this time.
I mean, they don't want that for me.
No, but
they hope that something changes, but they don't got the faith that I got.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see that in them. So when she asked me about my appeal, my mind, I'm like, for what? Like, you don't ever talk about this. It's something you probably want to avoid. You don't believe me. I said, shit, I'm still waiting. Why? What's up? She said, no, you won. You didn't know? I said, what? She said, you won your appeal this Friday. It was on the news. Everything overturned. Man, I must have stuck my head out the hatch. I'm in the hole talking to everybody. I met a guy down there, Thunder Collins. Some other guys too, but that was the guy I talked to the most. Like, hey, Thunder, I won. Like, nigga, I won. You know, I mean, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating with people I don't even know. Like, hey, C4, I won. You know what I mean? So I get back on the phone. I said, what? She said, you won. Like, everything overturned. So, oh my God. I knew it was gonna happen. I ain't never lost faith. You know what I mean? So, man, I went in my appeal.
Really quick, can you go back and explain what the appeal was about?
The whole duration of trial had concluded. And on the last day of trial, I felt like it was like 50-50. I don't know.
Right.
No, like 60-40 my way, because I'm being optimistic, you know. But I'm like, damn, am I really gonna win? You know, am I hoping to win or can I win? Like, I ain't for sure. I think I need to testify. I think I need to get my side of the story. You know, if 130 years and going home is decided upon one more thing, listen, let me try to sway these motherfuckers. A girl had already testified that I was with her that night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, I need to go ahead and get up there and validate that story and sway these motherfuckers. It happened on a Friday though. But
Your girl says it.
Not my girl.
What?
She's not my girl. She's just a girl that I was.
A girl.
Yeah.
Okay. A girl says you were with her.
Yeah.
The victim says you weren't there. You get on the stand and say,
But hold on, I don't get on the stand.
oh, you don't? I was going to say, I don't understand. What's that?
Listen. So I'm like, do I want to get on the stand?
Right.
This happens on a Friday. So being undecided, my judge asked, can I have the weekend to decide if I want to testify or not? So I go through the weekend processing, like, do I want to, get up there? What kind of shit can I get caught up in? I'm gonna fuck around and be bad for myself. And just the unknown. I said, no, I ain't testifying. Fuck that. That's what saved me. First of all, not getting caught before Saul's trial saved me. And now not testifying at my trial saved me. I know you probably say, how?
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you. If I had testified at my trial, okay, the instruction that saved me, I came home on a technicality, a jury instruction error.
Right.
All right. If I testify, the instruction that saved me won't exist.
Okay.
So whenever you don't testify at your trial, they got to give an instruction to the jury that says the fact the defendant didn't testify must not be considered an admission of guilt.
Right.
Right? So say you're a juror and this guy's a defendant, but he ain't taking a stand. He ain't saying what happened where he was really
You
at.
can't consider that may make him guilty.
Exactly.
That he didn't do it
But you may have the natural inclination to kind of feel like, why he ain't saying nothing.
Right.
He's probably did it. So they got to give an instruction to make you not think that.
Right.
The fact the defendant didn't testify must not be considered an admission of guilt.
Right. Because
I didn't testify, that instruction was given. Right? If I do testify, that's not given. Decide not to testify. That instruction is given. My instruction said, the fact the defendant didn't testify must be considered an admission of guilt.
Was it just an accident?
The word not was missing. You hear me?
Right.
No, it ain't no accident. It was on purpose by God.
Okay.
It was an accident by human error, but God did it on purpose. And this is why I say that. I don't know how many instructions I had, man, 20-something instructions, I don't know. If I'm a guesstimate, I think that I would be accurate by saying it was roughly 10,000 words. And I'm somewhere in the ballpark of how many words it was throughout all of my instructions. Out of those 10,000 words, you cannot go throughout my instructions and find one singular word aside from the one that was missing. There's not one other singular word that you can go find that would turn my conviction over.
Right.
That one word being missing, it was God. Understand me? He been having his hand on me my entire life. So now, with that word being missing, I didn't receive a fair trial.
Right.
It's a clerical error,
Right.
but you cannot assume. Well, they know the word "not" was supposed to be there. By the law, you got to assume that they took this instruction at face value, and therefore they were instructed to, because I didn't testify, to assume that I'm guilty.
Right.
I didn't get a fair trial. I got to go back for a fair trial now. It took 2 months for me to get back to court because the state get the chance to appeal the decision. So I get back to the county 2 months later, start going through. I'm not innocent. I just went on a technicality.
Yeah. You just get a new trial.
A new trial. Well, my kinfolk testified on me the first trial.
Yeah.
Remember, the female didn't identify me ever.
Right.
Only person that harmed me was my kinfolk.
Right.
He didn't want to do that. He did that because he was facing that elbow, that life sentence, and he got that off of him. And now I got a second trial. There's no incentive to get him to testify on me now.
Well, what did he get?
He ended up getting 31 to 55.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's still in jail.
No, he's out now.
No, now he is then.
Yeah.
But at that time, he was still in prison?
Yeah.
He could have testified. You're going to give him something more for second time.
No, they can't give him a second deal.
Really?
They cannot.
In the state? They're not
In the
allowed to?
state. In Nebraska, at least.
In the feds, they'd have given him a second
So
deal.
listen, it's the same case, I guess. I don't know. They cannot give him a second bonus for this same situation. So he got his bonus for testifying the first time.
He's good.
Now I got a second trial that he can't get no incentive for.
Right.
He ain't fucking with him. You know what I mean?
So now you got one woman that says you weren't there.
Exactly. But they're saying that they can use his transcripts from the first trial, which is a bluff tactic, if you ask me. But even my lawyers was like, they don't know if they're gonna be able to get it in. My lawyers say, I got 2 lawyers again. My lawyers say, well, we get to cross-examine him. Prosecution say he was cross-examined the first trial.
It was different lawyers.
Different lawyers, yeah.
No, I didn't cross-examine him.
Anyway, it was like it
doesn't matter.
It was a topic that was in the air that I'm
Right.
like I say, bluff.
It's an argument. It's an argument.
So with the case not being strong, they come at me with 40 years. They ain't come at with they didn't come with no plea bargains the first trial situation.
Right.
They come with 40 years. I ain't doing that. On 40, you got to do 20, right? I haven't been down like 3.
All right.
Like 3 and some change or something. Like, that means I got to do 17 more, and I just won my appeal. My mindset is I'm going home. Nah, I ain't taking 17 more. I ain't taking 40 years. They come at me with 30 years. Let's go to trial. They ain't got no case. Let's go to trial. They come at me with 20 years. Let's go to trial. I'm not thinking about going to do no more time when I win my appeal. Y'all coming at me with these deals because y'all don't got nothing. And I ain't accepting what y'all offering. Either give me time served or let's go to trial. That's what my stance. So when they come at me with the 20 years and I deny that, my lawyers call my mom. They said, basically, your son tripping. You know what I mean? He just had 130 years. They're trying to give him 20 years, which means he would have to do 10. You already got 3 and some change in.
7.
You know what I mean? 6 and some change. Plus he'd go to work release, you know what I mean? 3, 4 years. So he's tripping. Mom come visit me in the county. I'm like, Mom, I'm not taking no 20 years. I ain't got nothing. Long story short, Mom's put her little spell on me. And I'm like, all right. I said, all right, I'll take the 20. So when I tell myself I'm gonna take the 20, my brain switch. I say, man, you know what? Celebrate. So what? 6 and some change more. So what? You had 130.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate this. Feel good. Don't feel sad. This is a win. You know what I mean? This is a victory. That mindset began to come out. I'm on the phone, calling different people, little friends. Like, hey, listen, man, look, all right, I'll be home, you know what I mean? About 5 of them, about 4 or 5 of them, I'll be in work release, And then, I've been in work release for a minute, but when I'm in work release, I can still move around and I'm celebrating through these phone calls. Now, I go to court to actually take the deal in formally. At first, it was just my lawyers bringing it to me.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it. We go to court to take it. When I walk into the courtroom, my family is like not looking happy. They looking like scared, worried, not good. So I'm fucked up off the dribble. Sit at the table. My lawyer's like, the victim's family doesn't approve of the deal. It's off the table. Back to square one. I'm in the county. The prosecution is saying we going to trial.
Okay.
They like, we're not giving you 20 years. What you did was too horrific. We are not going to give you 20 years. We'll take the chances of losing trial before we give you 20 years. The least we're going to give you is 30 years. I ain't taking it. I got rap dreams. I got ghetto dreams. Sorry. I got dreams that are unachieved at the moment. I'm not taking 30 years. That's 15. I got to bring y'all like 12 more. I'm not taking 30 years. They tell my mom again. They tell my mom my weak spot. They call my mom. Listen, I think your son should take it. It's guaranteed he'll come home. Trial is a risk. No matter how sure it may seem, there's still a risk. And I would hate to be in a position of, whatever. She come visit me. Mom, I'm not taking no 30 years, Mom. Mom, I got so much to do. My babies would be certain such age, like, Mom, like they don't got nothing. I'm going to trial. She bring my baby mom with her though. And they start crying. Mom's like, I never thought I'd see you again outside of a visiting room. And man, long story short, man, I remember crying with them. And I said, all right. And she like, what? You would take it? No, I think I said, yeah. I said one word, but I didn't explain what that one word meant. But she just latched onto it, said, what, you would take it? I said, yeah, I'll take it. And they start thanking me and like, okay, we got your back. And, you know, like, listen, this is a win. And, you know, trying to make me feel good. But I'm like, man, I'm motherfucking proud of my life over with. Shit ain't no good. So, but I still say I'm gonna take it though. In the visit with them, I get on the phone with my lawyers. I ain't taking no 30 years.
Right.
I couldn't do it, man. So I say, man, I started piecing together now. I said, what happened is, ain't no victim family, nothing. I said, they heard me on these phone calls, celebrating and being happy about this 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So now I come to court, they like, no, we can get some more time out this dude. So this is what I'm telling myself. I said, man, listen, first they said 20 years. Now they're saying 30 years. We can do 25. We meet in the middle and do 25, or we're going to trial. Right. That's it. They said, okay, I'll take it to them, see what they say. They accept it. And the beauty in it is, in order for me to get 25 locked in, they had to change my charges. My original charges: attempted murder, conspiracy to murder, use of a weapon to commit a felony, witness tampering. Those charges together was maxed like 50, 155 years. So if I accept the deal, the judge still got the discretion to sentence me anywhere in that range, even though the prosecution is saying whatever number. So
you give him a max out sentence?
Yeah, so the judge wouldn't accept.
A max out charge, sorry.
So the judge wouldn't agree to 25 years, right? And it's good that we found that out, because if we didn't find that out, I would agree to something and then go get whacked. But the judge wouldn't sign off on 25 years, so now the prosecution had to modify their charges. Now my charges are, what's on my record, are attempted assault and accessory to a felony. Some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But in order, one of the charges carry a maximum of 20 years and the one carry a maximum of 5 years. The max the judge could give me is 25 years.
Right.
So he gave me the max, 25 years. I had to do 12.
Was he happy about that?
I mean, I was cool.
No, not you. So was the judge happy?
Hell no. Hell no. That's one of the reasons I moved out of Nebraska, man. I feel like I'm a target, like to the system. Like if they get any opportunity, man, they gonna make an example. They gonna create an example. But one thing I can't skip over though, Sauce is innocent.
Right.
Right? During the proceedings of my appeal, or after my appeal, after I win my appeal, I'm not at peace in here, right? How I win my appeal, but he didn't win his. Like this, life still ain't right. I'm so thankful that God done turned this around for me. But what's right about this? When you got this guy still here, I gotta fix it. You know what I mean? If God ain't gonna fix it, I'm not saying that he ain't, but I guess I'm more in the rush. I had to step up to the plate. The beauty in the situation is that the victim didn't die, and I'm thankful that the victim didn't die, because I would much rather end my life here with knowing I didn't take a life, you know, even though in that moment that's what I wanted. So I'm happy that ending didn't take place. But the beauty in it is that there's statute of limitations on that charge now, right?
Right.
So now, after I win my appeal, statute of limitations pass, I come forward.
Right.
Everything y'all said this man did, I did that.
Right. And you've already been sentenced.
Yeah.
You've already done the time.
Oh, yeah. So his brother basically went along with the victim statement, because he don't know, like I said, you know, I got on the mask or whatnot. Like, you know, I didn't just, you know, show myself or whatever. Right. And he just went with her story. But through going with her story, he gave off some lies, you know, because he's just trying to tag team with the story. He's saying stuff he don't really know. So he's saying like, bam, after the situation, we threw the gun in a certain spot. The police went and searched that spot. There's no gun there. If he was telling you the truth, this was underground sewer.
Yeah.
If he was telling you the truth, then the gun would be there. So to validate that I'm telling you the truth, you got an innocent man locked up. Not only am I telling you I did it, this is how I did it, but this is where I put the gun at.
Right.
This shows true story, false story. I did that in courtroom, and folks still locked up. Been locked up 18 years.
Did they
now.
find the gun?
I mean, I can't say that they did or they didn't. I know I gave them the information
Right.
that, this is the exact location.
Right.
And let me say this real quick. Giving them the information, you understand me? Don't let that get received the wrong way. This case is already in the books,
Yeah.
you understand me, wrapped up or whatever. This information is being shared to bring a man home. Information that I'm guilty of. This is where I put the gun at.
Well, why is he still locked up?
Was in
They're just
Nebraska.
fighting it. They're just fighting
Yeah,
it.
they don't. The guy that really did it then got off.
Yeah.
They can't do nothing to me. So what they want to just, all right, no, they want to play tick for tack.
Right.
All right, well, we're going to keep one of y'all then. And it's so crazy because I was in work release at the time when this happened. And he had a hearing come up for his appeal proceedings, and I attended his hearing, and, I let him know, like, hey, I'm responsible for X, Y, Z,
Mhm.
and, this is that, and this is that. I put it on the table. I ain't break no law. I ain't break no corrections department rules or anything. But after that court date, went back to work release, I didn't make it back to my bunk.
Right.
They cuffed me up, sent me back to the joint. Maximum security. No write-up, no law violation, no rule violation, nothing. It's just a retaliatory system.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna beat us. And so you didn't score some points, well, we gonna score back. Yeah. So again, I gotta say, man, the forefront of my story is that you got a man, my brother, DB, aka Tyrese Abram, my kinfolk, who is also my brother, Jamal Abram, aka Sauce. DB has lost his life with the wrong label attached to it, and Sauce is innocent. And the system know this.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I got out October 21st, 2021. And since coming home, man, I just been having my head down, head on the swivel at the same time. Very ambitious, trying to live up to my end of God having something great at the end of this journey. Throughout this journey, man, one of the greatest things, I felt like, man, the story itself, I feel like he gave me something that I'm supposed to use in a way and put a spin on it, for exposure. I'm sorry, but the exposure is needed, is multi-beneficial. The exposure cures the situation, brings justice, and answers to a grieving family. Exposure also gives freedom to a guy that's wrongly incarcerated. But I think exposure can be something that's pivoted from that changes the trajectory of a generation, at least, what I'm connected to and as far as my reach go. So I've been sharing my story. I've done other podcasts, and I just got to say that, throughout sharing my story, as I mentioned before, man, it has caused sadness and grief to some people. And I do still I'm still going to, advocate for my story, but I don't want to do so in a way, man, that causes pain and grief and hardship to others. So I'm doing my best, to dial back from that, but I still encourage, people to tap in. And one product they got to tap in with is the book series. Oh my God. Listen, I discovered the talent. I find the good in everything bad I go through. Throughout the situation, I would have never knew I was a hell of an author if I didn't go through this. I am an amazing author.
You don't say so yourself.
Listen, it's not just because it's me. If you read it, if you tap into it, man, you're going to experience every emotion you can think of. You're going to disappear from whatever room, whatever realm, or whatever room you're in, and you're going to be tapped into my universe. Like, for real. But the series is called $130. That's the main title for
Right.
all of them, $130, which is synonymous for the 130 years. The first one is $130, the reason I lost little bro. The second one is $130, the revenge, self-explanatory. The third book is $130, the run. You know, it's a lot that took place in that phase besides actually, trying to stay low from police. The fourth one is actually done, man, but this in-between phase I've been in of trying to move forward in a considerate manner got me on pause with it. 4 is done, but I haven't released it yet. It's $130, the rain. And that's when I get caught. Everything go bad, 130 years and everything that came with that, people disappearing and, man, life got heavier. And the last book is $130, the refund. Like, take that back. I didn't want it for real. You know what I mean? I got a clothing line, Everybody Eat. That's my brand. My brand is Everybody Eat.
Right.
Like my chain, Everybody Eat. I got a clothing line for that brand, but more so what it's for, man, I'm trying to create a cooperative economics platform for my people, right? Just like I come from, man, from selling candy back in the day and selling, illegal stuff or whatever. We've always had the ability, the drive, the skill set to go get something that we didn't have and sell it to somebody that wanted it,
Right.
and make a profit out of it. We just been applying that skill set to the wrong lifestyle. So my company is aimed to produce products and services that enables, hustle-minded individuals to sell these products and services and make they commission like they did with the bad products.
Right.
Do the same thing, but in a legal way. Don't worry about the cops. Don't worry about robbery. Don't worry about, prison or, plotting or, fuckery or thievery or whatever. Let me let you be you, but
Right.
what you selling can't put you in jail. That's what my vision is. I want to work with the youth. High school is where I veered off into the wrong path. I got a passion to tap in with them, and also for guys coming out of prison. I've encountered some hardships coming home. I had to, jump through loopholes find a crib and stuff like that. That I know people go through the same kind of hurdles, and if their mindset ain't right, them hurdles is gonna be like walls that stop them.
Right.
And I want to be able to enable them to get over it. Like I always tell people, I don't see hurdles, I see the air above them. You know what I mean? And I want to share that philosophy and resources and stories and energy. I want to shift the culture.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified of videos just like this. Also, if you want to follow RayShawn's social medias and buy the books, I'm assuming they're on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to leave all of the links in the description box. So you can go in the description box. You can click on it. You can go to his social medias. You can go to Amazon and buy all of the books. Once again, I really do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please share the video. See ya.